Hi, I'm Brianna Kelly here talking about conferences with Mr. Smith. So, when are conferences?
Well, conferences are going to be next Tuesday. That would be Tuesday the 26th from 3:30 to 7, and Wednesday the 27th, I believe, from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Okay, and these are for report cards, right?
Yes, it's a chance for parents to come in and review report cards, which were just recently sent home, and also talk about progress. We can talk about what's going on in class, talk about various completion assessments, what's upcoming, et cetera, et cetera. So our teachers are available for conversation with parents, guardians, whatever they need to know.
Okay, and this is for all grades. Are you doing separate grades each day?
It's for all grades. We don't necessarily make appointments, so we have our building open. Parents can come in anytime during the time slots, and we have all of our teachers in the cafeteria, so it's real easy access for our parents. They're divided into disciplines, so there'll be like a row for social studies and a row for mathematics, and the parents are given a map. And they should bring their child's report card or schedule. If they don't, we'll have the extras here for them, and they can pick and choose which teachers they would like to chat with, and they can chat with all, some, one, and it's just an opportunity for them to come in and get some face time.
Are the elective teachers there?
Yes, absolutely. We have our entire staff is there, including counselors, and we also during that time will be holding some home access training and some Naviance training. And we'll also be doing, Mr. Brenner and I will be doing a brief presentation on Keystone exams.
Okay, and what do you hope to happen?
Well, we want as many people as possible to be involved with their child's educational, experience, and creating that relationship between the teacher and the student and the parent is very strong, and it's a very positive experience. There's plenty of research that shows that. Parents that are more highly engaged or a community that's more highly engaged with the school usually makes that school much more successful.
Okay, and are you handing anything out?
Well, we have some information that night. Like we'll have some information about AP. We have some community information about tutoring opportunities. We'll have some college information to display. And we'll also, like I said, have that opportunity for parents to drop into a Keystone exam sort of presentation, and also they can drop into the Naviance or the home access for a refresher, some training. People that may not be familiar with it, they have an opportunity to sit down and get some one-on-one time with someone that's has a lot of experience with it.
Okay, and what happens if you fail a class?
Well, if you fail a class here at Norristown, you fail a class, and the lowest failing grade here is generally a 50, and so we say that we'd like students not to have a grade lower than a 50, and we do that because sometimes life isn't fair sometimes, and sometimes there's things that happen outside that we can't really control. If you fail a class, the opportunities here at Norristown are amazing for what we offer to support students. And I'm talking about more than study halls. So we have like academic success centers, which is kind of like a guided study hall. We have tutoring 3 days a week after school. We have 10 of our teachers here, and they're tutoring in the areas of mathematics and English. We have partnerships with local colleges that bring in tutors to work with our ESL students. We have a program called Study Island that we just implemented with our juniors, and that's more of an intervention for these upcoming Keystone exams, where it's an intervention to help them review and prepare. Study Island is also going to be rolled out to all grade levels as another tool. And just our teachers after school, if anyone's failing, we have buses 3 days a week, and we're one of the only schools in the area to offer transportation if students need to come after and get some extra help.
Okay, and for honors, are there rewards?
I wouldn't say there's necessarily rewards for honors. It's more of a recognition that you did some really good academic work, and we want to give you some academic recognition. There's first and second honors, and with that comes a certificate. And I think there are awards, there are end of the year awards that are based on students making honor roll. I know that when we talk about the class awards for 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, there's awards that are associated with academic success, and academic success is usually translated into making the honor roll.
Okay, and how's the school doing now that we've passed everything else? How are we doing?
The school, the school right now is, I think it's, we don't have a whole lot of new data, So we went through our round of Keystone testing in the spring. We're anxiously anticipating school performance profile, which initially I saw was very positive for us. Although there's still a lot of work to do, we are, for the first time, I'm going to say, since they were tracking AYP, et cetera, about ranking schools, that Norristown will not be considered a failing school. And that's a really big deal. So, but I also recognize that we still have a lot of work to do. One thing, the one piece of data that we do have is our attendance. And attendance is obviously directly related to academic performance. Our attendance for the first 2 months has been the best that it's been in probably the last 10 years. And that is, the students and the parents are directly in control of attendance. And to get here, make the effort to get to school, you can't really feel the immediate reward, but it's difficult if you miss a couple days in a row. And we're not saying we want students to come here that are sick, but it's very important to get here on time, get in your classes, because the most precious time is the time in a classroom in front of a teacher with your peers. So the one indicator being attendance that we monitor almost daily has been awesome so far this year.
Is there any other improvements that we can make to bring our grades up?
Well, I think our teachers have been working really hard. There's some changes nationally and across the state. You maybe start hearing about Common Core. So we've been working with our teachers and having them try to increase the rigor and relevance in a classroom and increase the student engagement. And we've been focused on that now for about 18 months. And I think instruction is beginning to change. And as I walk around and I see what's happening in our classrooms and the other administrators, we're starting to see a shift. And that shift is going to be very powerful. Change in education is not light switch. It doesn't happen immediately. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort. And our teachers have been really trying to make the effort to make their lessons just more powerful overall. And one reason for that is, I don't know if the students know or parents, but our teachers have something called, they're in the professional learning communities. So there's one period a day where our teachers work and collaborate with teachers of a like discipline and the like class. So for example, the English 3 teachers 4 days a week have time to collaborate, plan, review student work, design assessments, and that's powerful, and that's what's going to continue to help us move forward.
That's great. And I know that they're sending report cards home this year.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
Well, we've looked at the last couple of years. I don't know what happened. I mean, this is my 3rd year, so I've looked at the last couple of years, and I've questioned parents, and I've gotten some concerns from parents that the report cards aren't necessarily making their way home. I know when I researched it a little bit more, it was a cost-saving measure, but I had a conversation with the superintendent, and we both agreed that we should make the investment to send the report cards home because there's a better chance that the eyes at home get laid on them, and they can the parents can be involved. Now we do have home access. I know a lot of parents are involved with home access, but not everyone is. So we still, for now, have to send the paper report cards, but we thought it would be better to send them home instead of handing them out during the school day. They get lost in the shuffle, shoved in a backpack, book bag, locker. So this just sort of takes out the middleman.
And you said you're going to help parents with home access at this conference?
Absolutely. If they would like to learn about home access during conferences, we're going to have a classroom set up where we're going to have our guidance counselors in there to take parents through home access.
All right. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
That's it. Thanks for the time.
All right. Thank you. I'm Brianna Kelly here talking with Mr. Smith about conferences. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.